My name is Kailas Bhosle. I am from Sanjeevani College of Engineering, Koppal. In this session, we are going to study about the unit number 3, bending stresses and numerical on the bending stress. So for this unit, we have referred some textbooks and the reference books. At the end of the session, learners will be able to learn solve a numerical on which are based on the bending stresses. So in this, we are going to see a numerical which is solved in the Hibbeler book. The simply supported beam has the cross-sectional area as shown in the figure. Determine the absolute maximum bending stress in the bottom and draw the stress distribution over the cross-section at this location. This is the symmetrical I section. So the bending moment, maximum bending moment is 22.5 kilonewton into meter. So maximum internal moment in the beam is 22.5 kilonewton into meter occurs at the center as shown on the bending moment diagram. By results of the symmetry, the centroid C and thus the neutral axis pass through the mid height of the beam. The area is subdivided into 3 parts shown, and the moment of inertia of each part is computed about the neutral axis using the parallel axis theorem. So here they have used the parallel axis theorem about the neutral axis. So total I will equal to I summation of I plus A into D square. I value is 301.3 into 10 raised to minus 6 meter raised to. Similarly, bending stress, applying the flexural formula with centroid is equal to 170 mm. The absolute maximum bending stress is sigma max will be equal to 12.7 megapascal. 2 and 3 dimensional views of the stress distribution are shown. Next slide. Notice how the stress at each point on the cross section develops a force that contributes the moment d toward the neutral axis such that it has the same direction as in. Specifically at this point, beam yb equal to 150 mm and so sigma b will equal to 11.2 at a distance of 150 mm. Distance is given. The normal stress acting on element of material located at point B is B and D shown in the figure. So here at the bottom side, point D, the bending stress is 12.7 megapascal, whereas point B it is 11.2 megapascal. So it is simply supported beam. So at the bottom there is tension, at the top it is compression. So 12.7 is a tensile bending stress and 11 is a compressive bending stress. So what they have used the unit as kilonewton and meter. So you have to solve the same problem by converting the value into newton and millimeter and then verify that whether we are getting the same answer. Similarly, in the second numerical, the simply supported beam has a rectangular cross section 120 mm wide and 100 mm height. Compute the maximum bending stress in the beam and sketch the bending stress distribution over the cross section on which the maximum bending stress occurs. So this is simply supported beam and UDL is there on the entire length. 15 kN load is applied on the D section. So from that reaction can be find out. From the reaction the bending moment will be there. We know that this is simply supported beam, so when we apply the load, due to that bending moment, the bending will be there. So compression will be there in the top layer and the tension will be there on the bottom side. So this is the SABD and bending moment diagram on this section of this loading diagram. We see that the maximum bending moment is 16 kN occurring at D. In this case, the neutral axis is an axis of symmetry of the cross section. The moment of inertia of the cross section about the neutral axis is BH cube by 12, that is 80 into 10 raised to 6 millimeter raised to 4. And the distance between the neutral axis and the top of the cross section is 100 millimeter. The maximum bending stress in the beam occurs on the cross section that carries the large bending moment, which is at D. Using the flexural formula or bending stress equation we obtain for the maximum bending stress in the beam is M upon I will equal to sigma B upon Y. So that sigma B is 20 Newton per millimeter square. So here at the top, that is compressive 20 megapascal, and tensile at the bottom.